Did you know that you can literally spawn factories out of thin air in Hearts of Iron 4? And no, I'm not kidding, and this is how you do it. First things first, you have to play as the Soviet Union. You're probably aware that when you play as Soviet Union or any other communist country, if you puppet some nation, let's say I puppet Finland, if you go here, you'll see that they're just puppet. We get some trade bonuses and whatnot, but we don't get any of their industry. However, if we lower their autonomy to integrated puppet by either land-leasing them some equipment or building inside their territory, then we would obviously get 25% of their civilian and 75% of their military industry. This is a well-known fact. But here's the special thing about the Soviet Union. You're probably aware that somewhere at the bottom of the industrial focus tree, right here, there is a focus called found the Comecon or COMECON or whatever that is. Basically, if you got puppets and if you finish this focus, all of them get a really good national spirit. Good for you, that is. It's obviously called Comecon. They get minus 5% consumer goods factories, plus 0.05 master ideology drift, minus 100% subject to manpower requirement, plus 25% extra trade to overlord, minus 75% freedom gained by trade, which means you can basically get tons of resources from them without them gaining any autonomy. And the best part, plus 50% civilian and plus 50% military industry to overlord. Now you might notice a mathematical anomaly right here. If we have an integrated puppet, we already get 25% of their civilian industry and we get another 50, making it 75%. We also have 75% of their military industry and another 50 here. We're getting 125% of their military industry. And the best thing is, we actually do. In this instance, I made tunnel 2 and Soviet Union switch places, which means Soviet Union has only 2 factories right here. However, I'm gonna go on and delete them. Let me take some country, for example Czechoslovakia. As you can see, Czechoslovakia has 25 factories, 16 civilian and 9 military factories. So let's say that Soviet Union puppets Czechoslovakia, lowers their autonomy to integrated puppet, and also let's say that Soviet Union finishes the Comecon focus. As you can see, we now have 13 civilian factories. Keep in mind, these guys had 16, and we got 11 military factories. Well, they had only 9. We took all of their military factories. If we tap Czechoslovakia, you'll notice that they have 0 military factories, they can't produce anything. And we also spawned 2 factories out of thin air. Obviously, this is more effective if you got bigger puppets, more strong puppets like Germany or Japan. And obviously, the most optimal strat would be to play a Soviet Union, puppet a country like this, get them to have this national spirit, and then just build military factories in their states, basically getting extra 5th factory every time you build 4 of them. Now you might think that this is limited, because you can only give Comecon national spirit to puppets that you have previously before finishing the focus, but that's not true. You can still get more puppets to have this national spirit. If you puppet a new country after you finish the focus, let's say in this case I puppeted Japan, as you can see they obviously don't have that national spirit, but what I can do, go to decisions tab, and there is a decision called industrialization program in Soviet Japan. It costs you 100 political power, it costs you 1 civilian factory over the course of half a year, and you also get 8% consumer goods. And guess what? If you click on this decision, they get that national spirit. It's kind of buffed actually, they lose some more consumer goods and they also get some construction speed, which gets enrolled after this decision expires after half a year. Even when it expires, they still have this national spirit. Obviously a bit weaker for them, but it gives same effect to the overlord. So that's how you can pretty much print factories out of thin air in Hearts of Iron 4.